Hey guys, my name is Nate. I'm with Bloom Marketing. If you're here, if you're watching this, you have most likely either spoken to me on the phone or looked through our webpage. But this is our option and this is our video just to explain a little bit more of our compliance-friendly options. So if that is what you were looking for, you're in the right place. What I'm going to roll through here, it's actually just what we go through normally on our sales calls. I don't want to waste your time. I don't want to waste my time. So we've kind of automated this. And so if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to our email. But otherwise, I'm going to get into this and hope that it makes sense for you. A quick background on us is we work primarily with financial advisors. So I'm not going to bore you by reading all of this. I'll give you the brief rundown. We know advisors look for a few things: positive ROI, and then they want something that's going to work and it's going to last. And so that's what we've done here. So at Bloom Marketing, over the past couple years, with working solely with financial advisors, we're familiar with the hurdles that you guys face when dealing with different rules, regulations, compliance. So we found a dire need for a lot of you guys to find an option that's not only beneficial to those in the independent space, but also those who are working with larger firms. So the majority of our advisors utilizing this current campaign are those from Morgan Stanley, Lynch, Northwestern, just to name a few. But this approach is simply a one-time setup. I'm going to read this off here, but it's a one-time setup of a lead generation machine that caters to your ideal client. Then it also includes all the necessary training videos and materials that will allow you to use and maintain the system on your own as long as you would like to moving forward. So we eliminated our ongoing fees that come from us providing the ongoing service, and then created an option that will just grant you access to the pre-built lead machine within Ulink, which is Ulink is an exclusive software partner of ours. So we're just basically granting access and training that allows you to utilize this. So how does it work? What is it? It's an automated message and connection sequence. And I'm sure you've probably heard of it, seen it, gotten messages from people on LinkedIn with it. But the goal is just to make an organic approach through LinkedIn. The reason we like LinkedIn is because we can target specifics. We can say, hey, we want to target healthcare professionals in XYZ states. We want to target people who graduated from X college, or we want to target people at these companies in particular. When you do that, you can be very specific on your messages. And when we make an automated message sequence, it looks more like a conversation rather than a mail blast that just goes out to anyone and everyone and hoping something sticks, right? So here we have an actual example from one of our campaigns. And it says to please note that it's a real campaign, but it is at about a 2-month age. So month 1, month 2, really, it depends on the campaign. It depends on how specific you are when signing up. It depends on a lot of factors, but this is a really good example of where we want to be, around month 2. So the goal is to send out a bunch of connection requests to people who you actually want to connect with, right? Most people are connected with people within their field, but we want to connect to those advisors, not those advisors. You're the advisors. We want to connect to people who are in the industry you're trying to target. So here we sent out 210 connection requests to people that they actually want to talk to. Connected, this is a 1-week snapshot, right? So connected with 28%. Of those 28%, you have 3% and 10% who actually replied. Only 3% of those replied to the initial connection message. The other 10% replied to a follow-up message. It could have been from the week previous, could have been from a couple days before. These are kind of just the ones that are captured. And you will see this number will always be a little higher because we're approaching it organically, right? We're going to give them a message that is very specific to them. But if they're not responding, we're going to try another approach. And just make sure that it's not appearing as if a robot or it appear as if it's the same message going to everyone. That's what we're very particular on. So the results from this, let's see, 29. So 210 connected that week, 29 replied to the messages, and 5 appointments were set. So how are these appointments set? I'll actually get into that a little bit below on the next page. Just a few highlights here. On this 2-month-old campaign, this advisor, he's already increased his return on this investment 1,400%, added 800,000 AUM, added 6 life insurance policies. His revenue was up 300% in the last quarter, and he stopped cold calling. This was his new way of doing his prospecting. So how does it work? We're doing everything is housed in LinkedIn next to ULink, right? So the only reason that we will have, and the only time we will have access to your ULink campaign is when we're building it out for you. What we're building out is your profile. We're building out the message sequences. We're doing the target audience research, programming the entire machine to then be able to send those messages out and then get people to reply to you. Your job at this point is to continue to follow up on those messages. So if someone replies and says, hey, yeah, great, I would love to learn more about how the stock in my company will, how changes in my company will affect my stock, different things like that. Really, again, it depends on who you're talking to, what we're going about with your campaign. But the goal is to just have them respond. From there, you jump in, you say, great, here's my email, or great, what's your email? Let's get on my calendar. However you want to do it. The nice thing is you're provided, I can't do it here because these are snapshots. If you scroll down, you can see their phone number and their email if they have provided them in LinkedIn, which is awesome because you can just ask for a day and then book it straight into your calendar. So this is important, right? This is kind of what you do to maintain your account and to answer on a day-to-day basis. What this includes, everything as far as your setup. Notice the name of this is LinkedIn Automation Setup. This is the same exact campaign we use for others, but it's designed in a way to have us set it up, give you all the tools you need, and allow you to run with it for as long as you want, right? That way you don't have any third party messaging, working with your leads. It is just you and the client. So what's included is the campaign kickoff call. Again, a customized strategy and a targeted audience research. This is all happening on our end. Monthly management training resources. This is huge because what we're getting paid for on a monthly basis for any of our normal campaigns, we're getting paid for this, the management. What we want to do, because especially with these LinkedIn campaigns, it's so simple to maintain on your own that we just want to provide some videos, some training that allows you to actually be able to run it on your own. And that management, your time commitment is anywhere from 5 to 10 minutes a month to allow you to continue running it. Your daily management, answering questions and everything, probably another 5 to 10 minutes a day, but it really is no big ask for the numbers you can get if you actually put the time in. We do professional message crafting, so we're going to get your audience strategy set up, but also put together a message that applies to that audience. Send out 50 to 70 connections per day. Initial message sent, follow-up messages automatically sent. This is what we're programming, creating, designing, right? Now, it's important, before I get into kind of what the cost of this is, it's important to understand the difference between what I'm providing here and what we normally provide, right? What we normally provide is it's a 3-month contract. It's a retainer at $800 every month. And those clients typically stick with it. If they want to end it, they can end it. But on that end, we're actually managing everything. We're doing the monthly management, and we are, in some cases, helping respond with messages. And then every time you need a new message sequence, that is something we are providing. Now, the difference here is with the setup, we're just going to set everything up for you so that you can hit the ground running. And then within a month and a half to 2 months, that's when you're going to need to hop in and do some management on the actual campaign itself. That is what I say, really maybe 10 minutes max per month is what it takes. And then your daily message responding is also going to be very important, obviously. But that's it, right? So instead of us taking care of the management, we basically just teach you and allow you to be able to do on your own. So you get lifetime access to the software, you get training on how to use it, and then you are set up with a working machine, and then you can just use it moving forward. Now, it's important to realize that one of the hardest parts in us creating this campaign is your messaging sequence, because this is where we do audience research. This is where we're going to copyright different messages that are going to work with your audience, and we need to test them and do different things to make sure that they're going to work for you. If you ever end up wanting to change your niche, if you want to change from healthcare to I don't know, restaurant owners, whatever you decide to change it to, you can either try to write your new campaign, write your new sequences. That is all available to you through the software. Or if you try it doesn't work, you can always come back to us and we'll actually sell new sequences to you for $200 a piece. So here is where you'll kind of see the differences between the two, right? $1,200 is what it costs to set it up. From that point on, you don't pay a penny to us, you pay the software fees just to keep your software running. That's anywhere between $35 to $125 a month, depending on whichever tier you choose. Now, with this campaign, right, we're going to set everything up for you. We're going to do your audience research, your message crafting. We're going to set up your entire first campaign so it will run on its own for that month to 2 months. And then we're offering the video training on how to maintain and run your campaign solo. So then, like I mentioned, if you ever want to change those message sequences, here you have your optional additional messaging sequences available for purchase at $200 a pop. Then you have this is our standard LinkedIn automation campaign that we do with most of our clients that can and have the ability to allow someone to manage it. It's everything that I just explained, except we do manage everything. These message sequences, the additional sequences, we will run those, we will create those free of charge. So that's $800 a month for every month moving forward. Or you do the $1,200 a month with the training videos, and it allows you to continue as long as you want using it, as long as you pay those software fees. That is everything, right? So if you have any questions, don't hesitate to reach out. You should have over here on the side linked a link to find out how to continue, how to move forward, and we will make a note and figure out how to make the most out of this for you. So thanks for sticking around.